The CrossFit Games officially start tomorrow morning. So this is going to be a quick little update show, and then I'll give you my picks for who I think is going to win the events tomorrow. After Dave said they might not name the events, they ended up naming them, which I like because I think it gives it some like nostalgia or personality, and it's also just like easier to talk about. Oh, do you remember 2021 event 11? It's probably not very easy to recall that off the top of your head. Whereas if I come up to you and I'm like, oh, hey, do you remember Strongman Sphere from 2017? You're probably way more likely to remember what Strongman Sphere was than event 11. So I think it's just easier talking about it, and it just gives it some personality. But there was one thing I noticed when they named the events, and that was event 7. The name is Hammer Down, which if you remember last year they had that tire flip, sandbag throw, sledgehammer hit on the tire. That was named Hammer Down. So I don't know if they're doing like this as a play on last year or if they're actually just going to bring that back. If they bring that back, I know a lot of people are going to be mad. I feel kind of in the middle on it. I think it is a little bit corny. I think it looks corny because basically doing it for time. It's not actually power. Whereas anytime you're hitting something with a sledgehammer in real life, you're trying to do it hard. But I also think that the way it was written, you'd be surprised at how hard people are actually going to be hitting because they're going to be trying to just get the reps so fast and speed it up that they're going to start to like slam the hammer down. I don't actually think that they're going to do that as the event. I think it's just a play on last year, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think about that event because I actually thought it might have been pretty cool, but also kind of a little bit corny. Other than that, the rest of the names are pretty good. I think just like in 3 years, it'll be easier to talk about them because of the names than if I was like, hey, do you remember 2025 event 3? The second thing is that they've announced 2 events in the last 2 days. Running Isabel, which is 200-foot run, 6 snatches, 5 rounds for time. I've heard a lot of people talk about this, and even like the Boys Interrupted, they rated that as the worst event this year that's been announced. I completely disagree. I think this is a sick event. I think it's going to be super fun to watch, and I think it's also going to be a different look of an event than what we've seen before. And what I mean by that is this is going to be like who can run, who can really like it's almost going to be like who has that basketball shuttle sprint run speed, who has that like get off the line in football and go speed. And I think that's going to be cool to see. And you actually saw it in the demo when Nate Ackerman, like right as they hit the 6 snatches, they turn around and Nate looked like he looked like he had somebody pushing him from behind and he was just going. Whereas Royce looked like he was trudging through mud. So I actually think this is going to be sick, and it's going to be a different stimulus and like test something that most of these athletes don't do or we haven't seen tested at the games before. I also heard people saying that they wanted it a little heavier, but I like it light because it does force you to go unbroken and it puts the emphasis on the run speed. So I think that's a cool event. I actually think that's going to be really sick to watch in person, and I think it is kind of actually games-esque. Some people said it wasn't games-esque. It just seemed like a class workout or something like that. When do you have 100 horizontal feet that you can run back and forth? Like most gyms don't have that. So it's kind of going to have like a little bit of a games feel to it. I think it's going to be cool. The other event that they announced was 4-3-2-1 pegboard and squat clean plus front squat with ascending weights. What's crazy about this? Nate Ackerman was the one who did it as the demo. It took him over 7 minutes long. Then I saw on Instagram today that Travis Mayer tested it, and he did it in 4:54. So over 2 minutes faster than Nate Ackerman's time in the demo. Now, I don't know if Nate Ackerman was like full sending the demo. Dave said that Nate had done it before, and that 7 minutes was his fastest time. So I think it's crazy that Travis Mayer did it in 4:54, and I think that's actually going to be really good time. But then again, he didn't have the transitions and stuff, so we'll see. But that's pretty cool. All right, my picks for tomorrow. It is raining. We got here and it was raining super hard. It's been raining all day, but I don't think it'll affect anything that much. The rest of the events are indoors tomorrow, so it's not too bad. So event 1, run, row, run. My picks, I got Adler and Ricky taking first and second on the men's side, and then obviously Tia winning on the women's side. Event 2 is that wall walk and dumbbell shoulder to overhead. On that one, on the men's side, I got Justin Medeiros. I think he has the best shoulders, and I think he's really good at execution-based events. And then on the women's side, I want to say either Danielle Brandon or obviously Tia. I think Danielle Brandon because, again, great shoulders, good high skill, just good at stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and say Justin Medeiros on the men's side, and then just because I want to pick someone other than Tia, I'm going to say Danielle Brandon on the women's side. Event 3 is that pegboard and clean complex event. On that one on the men's side, I wanted to go Justin Medeiros again because he's good at gymnastics, and he's obviously a great squatter. But on this one, I think there's going to be enough kind of like that strength endurance, I guess, that I'm going to go ahead and say Austin Hatfield because I think he's just a little bit kind of brute force stronger than Justin. I think Austin Hatfield's going to win this one. And then for the women, obviously Tia. So that's it for my update tonight. Day 1 starts tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give me your picks for the winners for each event tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow.